each base of a pyramid is a polygon. So we can have, this would be a hexagonal pyramid because it has a hexagon. This is a triangular pyramid because the base is a triangle. And this is a rectangular pyramid because the base is a rectangle. Okay? All right. So all the other sides, the ones that go round, right? The lateral faces, these are all triangles. So that's what makes it different. These are all triangles, whereas the prism, all the other sides around are rectangles. Okay, see the difference? How do we know they're triangles? So they have to come to, right? That's what makes it different. And that point where they all come together, that's the vertex. Okay. Now we have two different, so you know when we had a prism, we have just like the height of the prism or height of the cylinder. Okay. It's a little more confusing with pyramids. We have two different heights. We have the height that goes, we have the height that goes right through the middle. And then we have some height that's on the outside of the shape. And that's called the slant height. Yeah, so this one, the height goes from the vertex to the middle of the base. Okay. This one goes from the vertex perpendicular to one of the edges of the side. There's only one base. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you the height of the pyramid is used for volume, whereas the slant height is used for surface area. Why? Remember when I told you about surface area versus volume? The inside. So volume is what you can fit inside. So think about which one of those goes inside the pyramid. It's the height. But which one is on the outside? The slant height. So remember, surface area is outside. Okay. Wait. Okay, so we're going to use slant height. Slant height, we use the cursive letter L. So for height, we use the lowercase letter h. For slant height, we use a cursive L. And this is true for like any geometry class. If they use that letter L like that, immediately we know that's the slant height. All right, if you have a square pyramid, okay, this is H, and this would be L. And let's say that this is, right, if it's a square base, all the sides would be X. What do you think this measure would be here? If this whole side is X, what do you think this one would be? Well, let me give you a measure. Let's say this side was 10. How much do you think this would be? 5. So that would be half of X. It's half. So this would be 1/2 of X. That's kind of small. Now, you see there's a right angle here? Okay. What happens when we have a right triangle? We have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So in this case, what would be our a squared, b squared, and c squared? Which one has to be the c squared? The a and the b can be mixed around. Okay, so our c is now the L. Because it's opposite the 90-degree angle. So it's going to be 1/2 x squared plus h squared equals L squared. Well, this is a formula that relates the side to the H. You have to really kind of picture this three-dimensionally.
And like whatever numbers would be for the height
Yeah.
and if the height is from that'd be a feet.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do, we want to find the slant height of the pyramid. This is, so I'm going to make a right triangle here. The height is 100 feet. So I'm going to just kind of, that's okay, because this is a 90 degree and this is 90 degree. That makes this side here, that is L. There. Okay, so I want to use Pythagorean theorem to find the slant height. So if all the way across here is 200 feet, what's this measure? 100.
So
okay. The line going down the middle. Well, this is a 200 and this is 200. Okay, so I want to make Pythagorean theorem is going to be 100 squared plus 100 squared equals L squared. L is the C squared.
Oh, I see.
It's always going to be the hypotenuse.
Because L is on that side.
So A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Yeah, how many zeros? If we square 100, 100 times 100?
10,000.
10,000. Just think, if we square 100, we double the amount of zeros. Because 100 times 10 would be 1,000. 100 times 100 would be 10,000. Yeah. So then we're going to add these. So we get 20,000. Now, I said that you can round it to the 10th place. So that means we can pick up our calculators. We're going to do the square root. Why do we do the square root? So that's going to be 141 point. Was that 2?
4.
Yes. Oh, I guess it is kind of hard to see. I don't know. I have to look at what it looks. Is it hard to see on here because of the coloring?
It's hard to see on the paper.
Oh. Let's see. Is it hard to see this one too? Okay. I was going to say, I don't remember what the worksheet looks like. Yeah. I think it's maybe, I don't know. I don't think it's too hard to see on the worksheet. Okay. If you're not sure which, it's referring to, let me know. I can link it. Okay. Surface area formula. This one's different. Then, how many bases do we have in a pyramid? 1. So there's only one capital B. P still stands for the same thing, stands for perimeter of the base. But now we have this L. So why is it 1/2 perimeter times L? Any ideas? What happens when we cutting it in half? Because if we think about it, what are the sides again?
Sides.
Triangles? Yeah. How do we find the area of a triangle? 1/2 base times height. Okay. So does that make sense why it's a half? Just like a triangle, 1/2 base times height. You also can do, if you don't like to multiply by a half, You could also do perimeter times L divided by 2. Like if you don't want to have to do a half, they're the same thing, right? Divided by 2 and multiplying by a half are the same. All right, we're going to find the values for each pyramid. If necessary, we're going to round to the 10th place. Okay, what is our base here? Okay, area of the base is a square though. So 7 times 7. So the area of the base is 49. Okay, perimeter of the base. Yeah. It's a square, 7 times 7. Okay, now what about the perimeter of the base? Well, the base, all the sides are 7. So 7 times 4. Or you could do 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7, but we get 28. And what were the units? Oh, inches. Okay. Do you have a preference for which formula we use? Do you want the one divided by 2 or the 1/2? The 1/2. Okay. So remember, it was area of the base plus 1/2 perimeter times this. Okay, so we found the area of the base is 49. So 49 plus 1/2 times 28. What's L stand for? That's the slant height, which is 9 in this case. Okay, we can just plug that all into the calculator. Okay, so 49, plus 1/2 times 28 times 9. 170. Wait, what was it? 175? Are we okay? Oh, I just plugged it all in at once. There's so much fire in the restaurant. Okay. Okay. Area of the base. 100. Good. 10 times 10. What's wrong? 10 times 10. It's just a square. Listen, most of the pyramids I'm going to give you, the bases are going to be squares. Yeah, we could do that one this time. Okay, how about perimeter of the base? 40. 4 times 10. All right. What number?
Sorry, 9.
9. The 9 is right here.
Yeah, on the other one.
Okay, well, are you talking about on this example? Okay, we actually don't know what the L is, the slant height. So here's L. I'm going to make a right triangle because 12 is referring to the height, not the slant height. Okay, so part of this problem is I have to use Pythagorean theorem. Now, if the whole side is 10, what's this side of that triangle? 5. Okay, so it's going to be 5 squared plus 12 squared equals L squared. So again, I'm just kind of breaking it down into parts. We have to find the area of the base, perimeter of the base. Now we're doing Pythagorean theorem to find the slant height. Here we get 25 and 144. Take one. Yep, and this actually works out nicely because when we take the square root, we get 13. That's the slant height. Okay, again, you'll have the formula, so you just need to plug everything in. It was area of the base, so that's going to be 100.
Plus 1/2.
Surface area, is it 100 plus 1/2 times 20?
Wait, what's that?
For the surface area, is it 100 plus 1/2 times 20?
Yeah, because it's area of the base. Oh, Avery just asked me to do this one the other way. So instead of doing the 1/2 perimeter times L, I'm just going to show.
Oh,
You could also do this. It's the same thing. So yeah, you like the other way better? Oh, it doesn't matter. Whichever one you like. So this will be 100 plus 260. Yeah. So 360. Did you guys get that? Those of you that were working it out. Wait, what did you get? Here, let me double check. Times 13 divided by 2. 260 plus 100. 360.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to do cone. Cone is easier, just like cylinder was easier. Because with this, there's usually like a little bit more work to do.
Oh yeah, you said you do part of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So this one, they already gave us the area of the base. And 12 is actually the slant height. So they already gave us that. I just need to find two things. What's the perimeter of the base? So what do we notice? It's a triangle. What do these markings mean? They're congruent. So all three sides are 9. So we should get 27.
It's like the same process thing, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we find the base of it?
Yeah, it's not a square. It's like a weird number. So they actually gave us the area of the base to start. So it's the same one. It's the same one I used on the last problem. Remember how I said multiplying by 1/2 or dividing by 2? It's the same thing. So here I have area of the base is 35.1 plus perimeter, which is 27 times 12 divided by 2. Okay, plug that all in. Wait. So let's see. 162. 35.1 plus 27 times 12 divided by 2. Wait. I accidentally did the wrong thing here. Well, 35.1 plus 27 times 12 divided by 2. That's better. 197.1?
Yes, I am very.
All right, 197.1.
How did you get the perimeter again? Oh, you did. Okay.
All three sides are the same.
Okay. Wait, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do if it wasn't?
I wouldn't be able to find it. Okay. All right, cone. Last thing. Cone are easier. Cones are easier because the base is always a circle. Okay? Right? Base is always a circle. What's that mean? That is exactly what I just said. Okay. Okay. Remember what I did on the pyramid? The height is the one that goes inside. The slant height is along the outside. Okay? Did I do, before I go on, if this is L, and this is the height, and this is R, what Pythagorean theorem would I use if I'm missing? Okay, so which one has to be the c squared? L. So it's going to be r squared plus h squared equals L squared. Okay. Yeah, I'll wait. What?
What's the R again?
Radius.
Oh, wait, so it's, oh, because you find the radius of the circle.
Yeah.
And H is
The height, and L is the slant height. Okay. All right. Here is the formula. Area of the base plus pi times r times L. Or here. I'm going to give you the formula. So we're just going to use pi r squared plus pi r L. You just need to plug it in. Yes.
We literally just
So this is why I said cones are easier. We literally just plug the values in.
So
we just
do it on
Are these two different
Yeah.
ways?
So this is like the sphere.
So this is like the sphere.
Wait,
This is the formula, pi r squared plus pi r L. So we just have to look at the picture, figure out which one is r, which one is L. Yeah. Which one is r in this case? 4. And 6 is L. So I have pi times 4 squared plus pi times 4 times 6. And then you could just plug it all into your calculator. Or we could this is 16 pi, this is 24 pi. So you should get 40 times pi, 125. Let's see.
you don't need a height for this, right? It's just the slant height.
What do you mean?
Like regular height.
No, you don't need height for this. 125.7.
So, right?
Yep.
So, do we
It's
still
at the
have to
bottom
show the-
left.
Do we have to still show the?
Just, okay, listen. On quizzes and tests, all you need to do is show the setup, and you can do the rest on the calculator. Okay? Did you find it bottom left? No. Mm-hmm. Waiting. You got 91. Did you remember to square the 4? So 16 pi plus 24 pi. Oh, I forgot 16 pi. Yeah.
And then the pi is
10th place. Okay, last one. We'll have more time to do homework. Are we still waiting? It's okay. Okay. So we're going to find surface area of the next one. This is the last problem. But we need to figure out the slant height first. So 5 squared plus 12 squared equals L. Find out the slant height first. Notice I had previously had r squared plus h squared, but it doesn't matter the order, as long as you make sure L squared's on the other side. And I think this one turns out to be similar. Yeah, 5 squared is 25. We did the same type of problem earlier. So when we take the square root, okay, so the formula, pi r squared plus pi r L. Again, that will, so what's the r stand for? Right, that's the radius. So pi times 12 squared. No, what does 5 refer to? That's the h, that's the height, because that goes inside from the point. pi
times
12. Well, actually, we don't use the height at all. Yeah. When we get to volume, we'll use the height. Over here. When we do Pythagorean theorem. Okay, and let's plug that all in. So so 144 pi plus pi times 12 times 13. 942.5?
Yeah.
942.5.
What's 300
What's
is it probably 940?
Oh,
I think that.
yes. Oops.